Da-da-da-da. Hi guys. So I think we got about half an hour. Made myself a cup of tea. I've just been for a run. Did a bit of weightlifting. I'm getting too old for it, guys. Too old. So I just had a bit of dinner, chicken omelette with 2 sausages. So I'm very satisfied food-wise. You know I'm carnivore keto. So we've done part 1. The title of this is Elvis is the love of my life. Do we believe it? Priscilla Presley says Elvis is the love of my life. She keeps saying it. Do we believe it? So I'm going to click on the video. I'm in a bit of a rush, so I want to just get on with the topic. But thank you for joining me. Of course, anyone that buys me a coffee, thank you. I do appreciate it. It shows me that you like what I do. Very kind of you. Thank you very much. And right, so many of you will watch this later because you're asleep, and a lot of you are in America, Australia, Canada, England. So good morning to you wherever you are in the world. Hope you had a good night's sleep. So, hi Cherie. Well, what we're going to do, Cherie, we're going to look at the comments. We're going to click on the video, and then we're going to look at the comments, and then we're going to Google it. Elvis is the love of my life. Priscilla says Elvis is the love of my life. If it was 1961, I might believe he was the love of her life. All right, give us your reasons, Matthew. Welcome. Obviously, we know about Matthew. He's got his own YouTube channel. Please subscribe to him. He just released a book. Please buy the book. So Matthew's one of us, Team Elvis. So 1961, if it was 1961, I might believe that he was the love of her life. Yeah, so let me just think about that comment. So she hadn't spoke to him properly. They maybe had some phone calls. They've been sending each other records. She writes to him with pink envelopes. Do we believe all of that? Is that all true? Matthew, do you believe she was sending him letters in pink envelopes? That sometimes they had phone calls that she would send him records, her favourite records of the 60s. Do you believe it? So I say to you this, Matthew, why do you think it? Because he'd gone away. He obviously had a brief friendship with her in Bad Neuheim when she was 14, when Elvis was serving his military service. Then he was rushed off in 1960, I think March. Tell me if I'm wrong what month it was. And he got on with his career. He did the Frank Sinatra show. It's a well-known train journey back. He then did GI Blues. He made some albums for RCA Victor. So he hardly spoke to her really for at least 18 months. So is she just infatuated with him? Do you think he loved her? Do you think Elvis, in that short, brief friendship he had with Priscilla in Germany whilst he served for his country, Elvis was proud of his country, was happy to serve. He just wanted to be treated like everyone else. He could have had special treatment, but he decided not to, which I think is honourable. Do you think Elvis had fallen in love with her in Bad Neuheim when she was just a young girl, when it was just a friendship? Interesting points, guys. She sent pink envelopes and phone calls. Others back that up. Well, Matthew, I know that Anita Wood found the letter. Yeah? But that's one letter. Can we prove that Priscilla was regularly writing letters to Elvis in pink envelopes? Because don't forget, he would have got tens of thousands of letters. A lot of them would have been in pink envelopes. In pink envelopes, a lot of them. It's girls, come on. Yeah? Do we know that? Because I've read the stories, she would send him the latest record. Do we know it happened? Do we know that Elvis phoned Priscilla and vice versa? We don't know any of it. This I really make a big point of this because there are many things in this book that we can't really prove because we weren't there. I don't think anyone has a copy of Priscilla's letter to Elvis. Has anyone here ever seen a letter from Priscilla to Elvis? Ever? Is there any proof of it? So I always say this, guys. We don't know. We don't know. We've been brainwashed into thinking, oh yeah, you know, they had a bit of a romance in 1959 and Elvis went back and she carried on writing to him and sending him records and the occasional phone call. We know that Elvis did go quiet on Priscilla for as long as 18 months, but who knows what happened in between? Did he speak to her parents? We don't know, do we? We don't know. I'm not saying Elvis read all her letters or even personally received them, but she sent at least some. You can't know that. You can't know that. Now, I know it's likely, but where are they? Where are they? We know about the one that's mentioned. Yeah, but that, actually, the letter that was mentioned, does anyone have it? Does it exist? Yeah. We never know, do we? We never know. We can't. We're not there. I click on about on the Elvis channel, and then it should say buy me a coffee PayPal. Do it. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Debbie, thank you. That's so. Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. Or you send a super thank you. You click on a short or something and send a super thank you. Oh, that's very kind. I love it when you guys do it, guys. I think I'm worth it. Right. Let's we're going to press play on this, then we're going to see if we can read the comments. This is a very short clip, guys. I always think we have to think outside the box. We can't go by the brainwashing that we've had for the last 50 years, the spoon feeding of facts that have not been backed up by actual evidence. We have to think between the box. Between the lines, whatever, you know what I mean. Right, let's have a look. Think outside the box. Right, let's listen to this.
Was the love of my life. I left, and it wasn't because I didn't love him. He was the love of my life. I left, and it wasn't because I didn't love him. He was the love of my life. I left, and it wasn't because I didn't love him. He was the love of my life.
See, I think you get the message. Now, remember, she has said that a few times now. So I just, right, okay. So let's just see, because obviously there'll be comments here. Now, if you look in the small print, it says, Priscilla finally told Elvis on his birthday in 1973 that she was in love with another man. That's what it says in the small text. This is a Instagram clip from a defending EP. So on Instagram, and it's very good, and I highly recommend this person. It is called the Defending EP on Instagram. Please join it, guys. Anyone that defends Elvis and Lisa is good with me. Right, let's read your comments. We loved Elvis since... Hi, Joanne. Joanne, how are you? We loved Elvis since extremely young. I never met him, but how could Elvis be the love of her life when she did horrible things to him and she had a longer relationship with Navarro's father? I agree. I don't believe she's Elvis. I don't believe that Elvis is the love of her life. I think it's a complete con, a complete scam. I think she's tried to fool us into thinking that for years and years and years, decades and decades. It's bullshit. You only have to look at the way Priscilla has treated Elvis, Riley, Lisa Marie. Then you understand that Elvis was not the love of her life. It might have been an infatuation. It might have been a game plan to get him. Yeah, a plan to catch Elvis caught in a trap. But was it love? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Infatuation, maybe. Or maybe just the dream of fame and fortune, living in a mansion, success, spotlight, yeah, attention, feeling important. Who knows? Were the parents involved? Who knows? So let's look at the comments. Actually, before I look at the comments, let me play the clip. We've already played it. I'm going to play it one more time.
1986 and
go. It's a bit of a silent bit.
her pregnancy was written into the storyline for her character on the soap opera.
Hang on. So she's just talking about Dallas. We have to take people's word unless we can find proof they are lying. First-person accounts are powerful historical proof. Well, it's not proof, but it's as close as we're going to get to it. Yeah, do we agree with that? Matthew, you say first-person's accounts are powerful, and it's historical proof. Yeah, Matthew. Priscilla, most of the things she says are first-person accounts. Priscilla Presley. So we don't have to take it as historical proof. It's closer to the truth. Doesn't make it the truth. I have listened to things that have been said by the Memphis Mafia. I've listened to things said by family members, and I've heard the same thing said and changed 20 years later. So we can't say that it's proof. We can't say it's proof. It's as close as we're going to get to proof. So I do think that. Let's play this a minute.
So in 1986, she was quoted as saying, "Since we've been living together, Marco has changed my life. I don't take things so seriously. I find myself laughing."
So let's go back a bit so I can read that bit of text. Here we are. Since we've been living together, Marco changed his life. I don't take things so seriously. I find myself laughing. You know, is that a dig at Elvis? Like when I was with him, I didn't laugh. She said in 1986, 9 years after her ex-boyfriend Elvis Presley's death, Garibaldi, along with Lisa Marie Presley, also helped her through difficult times. Don't forget, it turned out to be a bit of a scam, didn't it, with Marco Garibaldi? Although they did not marry, Priscilla knew Garibaldi would be an amazing father. Their son was not the product of a sudden decision, but a well-thought-out choice. Marco Garibaldi wasn't an amazing father. Didn't he abandon them? Seriously, didn't... It says here, she thinks he was going to be an amazing father. He wasn't, was he? Where is he? Get it, guys? Just opinions for entertainment purposes. Priscilla herself contradicted her own accounts, so we can doubt her. But in a case of letters, we have to accept Anita's word. The letters that she found existed. I do believe the letter existed with Anita Wood. I do. But where is it? Where is it? Right, here we go. So let's carry on playing on this.
I find myself laughing.
This guy you're with has to be strong.
Very strong. He's his own person.
Very strong, be his own person. No. Didn't he start off saying he was... Didn't he start off saying he was Spanish? I can't remember. Did he start off saying he was Spanish or something? And then he turned out to be Brazilian? Is that right? I'm confused. But didn't he put himself out there as a script writer or a producer of films? But it turned out he had a secret past, isn't it? You guys know better than I do.
Very secure, very solid. He's
very secure, very solid. Now that isn't true, is it? Yeah, you tell me, guys. There's a lot more to Marco Garibaldi that is quite dodgy. Listen to what Priscilla's saying. Very secure, very solid.
Very understanding, and it's been good for me. It's the only relationship that I've had that's really, been that solid.
This was in 1986. In 1986.
So, not feeling it, guys. Right, I just want to put some water in my tea so that my tea doesn't run out in 2 seconds. Okay. Guys, no, this is serious. I've lost 3 pounds in weight. 3 pounds? I've lost 3 pounds. Because of all this stress I've had with the 2 cars, all the hassle where I was scammed with the car. I've lost 3 pounds. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So, what we're going to do... Let's get it up. Let's get the... We're going to find the comment. Let me just make sure you guys can see it. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on the comment, see if there's what is said. Now, please, in the comments, guys, put, do any of you think Elvis was the love of her life? Yes or no, whatever you want to say. Why does she keep saying it? Why does she keep saying it? Is this a money-making thing? Is she doing it for sympathy? Does she want people to think, oh, poor Priscilla, she lost Elvis? When we know she divorced him and was unfaithful to him. You get it? What game is she playing? Put it in the comments. Now, remember, I know that you're probably fed up with me saying this. We are not a Priscilla hate channel. We are a defending Elvis, Lisa, and the Bloodline channel. That is what we do. No hate. We're not a hate channel. We're not here to spread hate. We're here to expose the truth so we can defend Elvis, Lisa, and the Bloodline. Okay? So I'm going to make that clear in every show I do, because I'm not having people think that we are a hate channel. And in case we are being watched by YouTube or by Priscilla, I want to make it very clear. We are not about hate. This is a defending Elvis channel. This is what we're here for. Yeah? And we do it in a respectful way. We're not going to be a bunch of name callers. It's not how we're going to do it. Right? Because I do think we're being watched. So we have to be careful. Right. So let's have a look. Okay. Right. Let's just look at the comments. Let's see if we can find some comments, guys. Is it going to let me see them? Ah, yes, I think it is. Right, okay. Let's just have a little read of them, see what we think. I've never read them. So Priscilla Bulow contradicts herself. She has another book coming out in September, which will obviously include falsehoods. We continue to call out her lies. So this is the Instagram channel, Defending EP. Please follow it. It's very good. Right, so Tender Loving EP says, can she just shut up? LeBath says, she had to change the story in order to stay relevant. Why does no one question these statements? She was with another man for 20 years and had a son with him, and she wants to be buried with him. Oh, no, and she should be buried with him. So there's, obviously, we've heard this comment many times. She should be getting buried with her own family, her parents, her son. Yeah? I'm just going to check your comments as we go. So, Priscilla, right, here we go. Lynn, Priscilla's greatest love has always been and will always be Elvis is money and the good life it provides. She is obsessed with notoriety that her ex-husband's name brings. Just more proof that Danny Smith's words were right. That's without Elvis, this woman would be nothing. Agreed. Memphis Mafia Kid, brilliant YouTube channel. I'm a big fan of the Smiths, guys. Right, let's just look at your comments. Saying Elvis was the love of her life fits with the story that she's trying to sell and make her money. I agree, Karen. I'm with you 100%. She may as well have called her book it. She may as well have called her book it because she relies on the public being very gullible and going along with the Elvis is the love of my life bullshit. And she wants the public to think it's a two-way thing. That she was the love of Elvis's life, that there was a chance they were going to get back together. She wants the public to think that they were better apart. When they were apart, they were still in love. Yeah? She wants the public to think, even though they divorced, they were still very close and in love. She actually prefers the public to think that they never divorced. That she thinks the public have got a short memory, and she's right. She wants the public to think they were still married when he died. That's the bigger con. I was still with Elvis when he died. I was left as a single mother to fend for myself. When the truth is, she dumped Lisa Marie in summer camp and Scientology. You get it? And with her boyfriend, Michael Edwards, who allegedly was abusing her. He's admitted it in this book. Get it, guys? It's all a big scam. It's all a big con. Everyone's being fooled. Right, let's keep going. A book about life after Elvis, but still going to have Elvis in the title and his house as a cover. Oh, Priscilla, they really see through you. They really do. Yeah, she's got a good point. My life after Elvis. But then there's a big picture of Graceland's behind her. Right. Don't forget, she almost, in my opinion, she almost became the owner of Graceland's. Seriously, guys. If you know about a lien, a debt, a deed of trust, a debt that was placed on Graceland's for the second divorce settlement, which should never have happened because she promised there wouldn't be a second divorce settlement. She lied. She went back on her promise. She nearly became owner of Graceland's. Seriously, guys, I'm telling you. Elvis gave her a lot of money. When people say, oh, Elvis ran out of money. Yeah, he did spend a lot, of course. Elvis was a compulsive spender because he was so generous. But he also gave Priscilla an absolute fortune. She's a big part of the reason why when he had passed, the money had run out. Because of Priscilla. Because she was demanding so much money in the second divorce settlement. People forget that, guys. People forget that. Just my opinion for entertainment purposes. Debbie, I'm trying to log in. I'll get my daughter looking and make a password for me. My granddaughter didn't fix it right. Hi, Luann. How are you? The media wants to help her spread the version as it brings them interview ratings. How scary is that to think she came close to getting Graceland? So, right. So the media wants to help her spread versions as it brings them interview ratings. Yeah, I mean, I am gobsmacked. Honestly, guys, I've watched every interview you can imagine with Priscilla. And they don't question her. They don't question her. They go along with her version. Her version is always what's in this book. Always. She always plays the victim, the poor single mother, the person who lost her husband who she worshipped. And they just go along with it. They always treat Priscilla like she saved Graceland's even though she didn't. They always treat Priscilla like it was her idea for the Living Museum. It wasn't. We've proved it. They always treat Priscilla like she is Elvis's wife. She wasn't. She divorced him 5 years earlier. She was unfaithful twice at least. And she ran off and demanded the divorce. So, but they treat her like his wife. It's ridiculous. The press are soft on Priscilla. So Matt has a point. The press are soft on Priscilla. Look at the Piers Morgan interview. It was a joke. Piers Morgan kissed her ass through the whole interview, treated her like royalty, compared her to the Kennedys, treated her like she saved Graceland, treated her like Elvis is only remembered because of her. She preserved Elvis's legacy. No mention of the fans. The fans are what saved Elvis. Yeah, innit? The fans saved Elvis, saved Graceland. You get it, guys? So the press, the news companies, journalists, call them what you want, they kiss Priscilla's ass. They believe every word she says. They never question her. It's ridiculous. And the real true Priscilla fans and the public believe every word that Priscilla says. Every word she says, they believe it. And they will believe her new book. They'll believe every word of it as they do this book, even though it's been proved that it's full of lies. Same goes to the book From Here to the Great Unknown. People are starting to act like the book wasn't truthful, even though it came from Lisa Marie's own mouth on tapes. Even though Riley Q kept the negative stuff in the book From Here to the Great Unknown, the public don't believe Lisa. They believe Priscilla. Priscilla's little game is to discredit the book From Here to the Great Unknown. And it's working. She was given the Nashville Award. Why? She's in Germany, trying to get into the Bad Neuheim house. She divorced him. She treated him like crap. She also treated her daughter like crap, in my opinion. All of this is an opinion show. Entertainment show for opinions. It's disgusting, guys. Just to think, if she had been a better person and not gone for the second divorce, she would have had Grayson and still be... It's possible. Matthew, it's possible, because I think, this is just me thinking out loud, I think when Vernon died and when he made that decision leading up to his death to make her co-executor, I think the lien, the debt owed to her was a big part of it. And obviously because Lisa Marie was her daughter. I think Vernon really, even though he could decide whatever he wanted to, but I think emotionally, on behalf of Lisa Marie, he didn't really have a choice, because he thought, who else is going to look out for Lisa? Of course her mother will, even though her mother didn't. Get it? Now remember, I've always said this, the success of Graceland was not because of Priscilla. It was because of the fans and Elvis's talent and looks. That's what made, and personality and golden heart. That's what made Graceland a success. Even EPE. It's all about Elvis, his talent, his movies, his singing, his beauty, his personality, his gospel singing, yeah? That's what keeps Graceland successful. It's got nothing to do with Priscilla. Nothing. Anybody could have run Graceland and turned it into a massive success. They say that Priscilla created a $100 million business. No, it was the fans. It was the fans. It was, and Elvis's talent and skill and looks, and I could go on, couldn't I? Not Priscilla. But Priscilla is the one who takes credit for preserving the legacy of Elvis. It's ridiculous, even though she treated him like shit. You get what I'm saying, guys? It's a massive scam. It's a con. It's not right. It's like an alternate universe. We know the real universe. We know the real universe. Elvis and his fans, and the love for Elvis and his talent and his looks and his personality and his heart are the reason we're still talking about Elvis now. It has nothing to do with Priscilla, but Priscilla will say it's because of her. Even Lisa Marie was brainwashed into thinking that Priscilla preserved Elvis's legacy. It's bullshit. Even Lisa Marie thought Priscilla saved Graceland. It's bullshit. Okay, guys? Right, let's read your comments. Priscilla says she's trying to find herself without the Presley name. What has she done without Elvis' last name? It was Elvis married, you know. And do you know what? The whole find myself thing, you know, oh, you know, I needed to find myself, you know, and all that. It's just shit, innit? She was in her 20s. Come on, guys. It's just bullshit. You found yourself by the time you're in your 20s, yeah? And even the thing where she says she didn't have a life. What's she on about? She was married to Elvis. Her life was a lot of fun, very exciting. She was living in a mansion. She was surrounded by people. Yeah? She wasn't isolated. She speaks to the public like she was a prisoner trapped in Graceland. It's such rubbish. She had loads of freedom. Friends and family would visit. She had her own car. She could do what she wanted. So this bullshit that she was trapped in Graceland, the public fall for it. It's a load of crap. It's total crap. She waited until Vernon died before she took the Presley name. Do you know what? I don't actually know the date that she took that name. I don't know, but I reckon it was around that time, yeah. We know that the reason she took the Presley name was to open doors, because it was a good career decision. Would she have been in Dallas and what's that? Is it Naked Gun? I can't remember now. Yeah, the movie Trio, whatever it is. If her last name wasn't Presley, of course not. Of course not. I'm praying when Bridget takes Priscilla to court, everything will be exposed, even though I'm not a Bridget fan. Yeah, I mean, it's all gone quiet, hasn't it? Now, remember, Bridget Cruz promised us that she was going to answer all our questions that we sent to an email address that was told us by a YouTube channel. Never happened, did it? So Priscilla has not stuck to, so Bridget has not stuck to her word. We're still waiting for Bridget to answer these questions on this YouTube channel that we were promised on another YouTube channel. Do we remember? I feel sorry for our Elvis. He lost his brother, lost his mother. Lisa was taken off him. Priscilla dying. Elvis, yeah. So, Matthew, what is the name she used on the first book? I think that is when she changed her last name, but not sure. Do you know what? I've actually got that book. I've got an original Elvis and Me, but I don't know where it is. Let me just double check. Let's have a little peek. See if I can find it. I do have it. Aha! I find it. Matthew. Ta-da! Right, can you see it, Matthew? Ah. So, Priscilla Bulow Presley. Is it coming up? Priscilla Bulow Presley and Sandra Harmon. This is one of the originals, guys. I don't even know where I got this. Was it sent to me or was it my own? I think it was my own. I can't remember. I got a feeling it's my own. I got a feeling I've owned this since the 1990s. So it says on the back, on the front, Priscilla Bulow Presley. Priscilla Bulow Presley. Elvis Presley and Priscilla Bulow were together 14 years. When they first met, she was an innocent 14-year-old, someone he could mold to his own ideas. This is another bullshit. This is another thing that is bullshit. I've heard some of the Memphis Mafia talk about it, which they should not have done. I don't think it. He taught her everything, more bullshit. How he wanted her to walk, wear makeup, style her hair. We've proved that that's not true. We have proved that Priscilla really knew how to do makeup and hair and was even taught how to do it properly at a finishing school. Now remember this, the wording of this book gives you the impression they were together at 14. They were not. We've proved they got together when she was nearly 18. She visited a few times when she was 17. This gives you the impression that Elvis met Priscilla and then forced her to how to do her hair, makeup, and even how to walk, how to dress and behave. It's ridiculous. How to dress and behave. This is Priscilla's book. This is her words. Her words on her book. Even how to make love his way. Okay, guys? I don't think I've ever read this back page. He was a lover, a father, a husband, and a very nearly her God. Her words. This is a love story unlike any other. A man determined to create the perfect woman. This is also the bullshit, guys. That Elvis had this doll and he was going to mold it. Do you know what? Most people that know of Elvis will agree with this and think it's true. Let's have a look. A man determined to create the perfect woman, torn between her love for her husband and her own needs for personal growth and self-respect. Shit. Los Angeles, Palm Springs, Memphis, LA, Hawaii. These are the colourful backdrops to the love story full of heartbreak as well as tender feelings. It is a story that will have been written only by a woman who lived it, Priscilla Bulow. Now remember, guys, I've said many times, if you break down the timeline from the day they got engaged, 1966, December, to the day she was unfaithful with Steve Peck, which I reckon was around March, April 1968, the marriage was tiny. Not even a year. People say, oh my God, they were married for 14 years. No. When she was unfaithful, not even a year. Then they have this weird fake marriage that lasts about 18 months. And then she starts secretly dating Mike Stone, the karate champion. I think just to humiliate Elvis. Just to get revenge. That's my opinion. And don't forget, by the end of 1970, she's secretly shagging Mike Stone for a year. So how long was the real true wedding, the real true marriage? How long was the true relationship between Elvis and Priscilla? Break it down, guys. Say if we say that they were genuinely together from 1965, because before then Elvis lived as a single man, and then we allow it to go to the point of when she runs off with Mike Stone at the beginning of 1972. How long was the relationship? But we will be given the impression that it was for 14 years. And if you go, how long was the marriage? It's shorter. Because if you go by the marriage of May the 1st, 1967, and she's unfaithful, March, April, 68, the marriage didn't even last 1 year. You get it, guys? It's a big con. It's a big scam. One day, do you know what? We're going to go through some of this book and start reading some little bits out on it. So that's the story on the back page. I wonder if so this is a more recent copy. Still says the same. He taught me how to dress, how to walk, how to apply makeup, how to wear my hair, how to behave. Yeah. Now remember, Priscilla now, if you interview her now, if you look at her recent interviews and people question her and say to her, oh, did Elvis tell you how to dress? Did Elvis tell you how to do your makeup? How to do, she'll be like, oh, no, not really. Not really. No. She's changed her story. Yeah. You get what I'm saying, guys? She changed her story. It's not what it's not. It's evolved because she knows it annoys the fans. So she's more careful what she says now. Yeah. But the truth is, in her own book, it's there in black and white. Elvis wanted someone to mold. Tell me how to wear my hair, makeup, how to dress, how to walk. Get it, guys? If someone says to Priscilla now, oh, was Elvis controlling? She's like, oh, not really. No, just things were different back then. She's changed her story. Get what I'm saying, guys? Right, let's keep going. So, right, so we don't have that much longer, but I'll keep going until my wife gets here, okay? I think this was all part of opening Grace and publishing the book. Well, no, because didn't Graceland's open in 1982? Yeah, you tell me, Matthew. The book came a bit later, yeah. But I will say this, that her interviews that she was giving in the 80s, early 80s, yes, were all about getting the public ready for this book. Definitely. Her interviews were getting the public ready for this book. It was all about that she was a victim, that she was groomed, controlled, all that, 100%. She was trying to win public sympathy, and the public were falling for it. The public were very gullible. Still are. The public's still gullible. This is why we're here. This is why we are doing Defending Elvis, because we need to try and tell the truth. Curry molded her by telling her how to behave in front of her. Yeah, if we believe the Child Bride book, and they do have, there was witnesses to this, and there's more evidence to support this book than there is for the Elvis and Me book. But there's a lot of trash in this book as well, so be careful, guys. There's trashy things in this book. Suzanne Finstad is the author of Child Bride is a stitch up. She said things she should not have said. Yeah, we're pleased that she's trying to expose the true Priscilla, the secret Priscilla, Suzanne Finstad, the author of Child Bride. But the degrading, horrible things that she has said are not good. They're disgusting. Yeah. I think there's a thing on Amazon, on Prime TV, isn't there? A documentary that Suzanne Finstad is in, and she says some disgusting things about Elvis. So be careful with that book, guys. I wonder why Priscilla's mother didn't get Priscilla's sister onto Elvis instead of Priscilla. That's an interesting question, Luann. I've seen interviews where Priscilla says she liked doing her hair. She liked her dark makeup. She liked it. Yeah? Don't fall for the bullshit, guys. Well, look at that. She said on a recent Loose Woman program, she said they were still sleeping together after Lisa was born. Now, Karen, I've watched that interview. It isn't clear cut. So someone says to her out of the blue, oh, but he wasn't even sleeping with you, was he? And then she says, oh, I know what you're trying to say, but yes, we were. So it's a bit vague. But I know the interview you mean. The Loose Woman interview in England, yeah? The book was 1985, Graceland. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I think the book probably started as Graceland became public. It's complicated, isn't it? Because, Matt, remember in this book, we read it out that Michael Edwards was trying to convince Priscilla to write this book, Elvis and Me. He wanted her to do it. He offered to help her make it. So, was it anything to do with the Gracelands? I don't think so, but this book clarifies things a little bit, that she was thinking about it. He was encouraging her to do it. Yeah? The cess of Graceland most likely leveraged the deal with the publisher. Well, yeah, no, come on. Right, okay. They didn't need any leverage. Right, right, this is my point of view. Priscilla, because she was Elvis's because the world looked at Priscilla as being Elvis's wife. I don't care if they divorced. The world have always seen Priscilla as Elvis's wife. She is massively famous. I would say in the 1980s, she was one of the most famous women in the world by far. And beautiful. Yeah? So she didn't need any leverage. Priscilla did have what it takes as in looks and as Elvis's wife. Remember, the world still saw Priscilla as his wife. She was a victim. Elvis had been unfaithful and took drugs. Do you get it? Do you get how the story is? So it was a sure thing. Come on. Even Matt, even you must agree with that. The book was a sure thing. A sure thing. Yeah? Priscilla was very, very, very famous in the 80s. Very famous. Yeah? So no leverage needed, mate. That was money in the bank. It sold millions of copies. Now it's different. Now it's different. It's all different generations now. It's 50 years later, 40 years later. The youngsters, a lot of the youngsters don't even know who Priscilla is. Do you know what? Some youngsters don't even know who Elvis is. So it's a different time now. Now she won't get the same praise, success. Now it's different. I actually think that when her book comes out, it's not going to sell that many copies. A few 100,000, maybe. Yeah? Now, if that same book had come out in 1985, it would have been 3 million. Get it, guys? Different times. Prior to Priscilla, the only books which got great book deals and had real authors, the Mafia books were a small publishers or paperbacks. Yeah. Right, Louis, you think when Lisa's book came out, people would have seen through Priscilla's fake? No. No, Pat. No. Remember, the book Elvis, What Happened was very successful. Sold a lot of copies. We know that it had been sensationalized. Red West, Sonny West, Dave Hebler. We know about Steve Dunleavy, and the publishers wanted to sell books. Yeah? They betrayed Elvis. I don't care what anyone says. Those three guys betrayed Elvis. Now, I do think Red and Sonny loved Elvis. Dave Hebler, nah. I would say Dave Hebler was probably jealous of Elvis. I think probably there was a bit of jealousy with Red and Sonny, but I do think Red loved Elvis. I do think Sonny loved money off Elvis's name, doesn't he? He still makes money off Elvis, even though he betrayed him. And Elvis was very good to Dave Hebler, to Sonny West, to Red West. Very good to them. He didn't deserve it. Yeah, this is why we defend. We defend because it's wrong how Elvis has been treated. It's disgusting. Elvis deserves better. Such a beautiful, lovely man, inside and out. And look how he's been treated. Look at the disgusting things that are said about Elvis. Yeah? By a woman that he literally gave her everything. She would not be known if it wasn't for him. She moved from Germany to America to live in a mansion with the most famous man in the world. The life that Elvis gave Priscilla is a dream life. Disney World life. Royalty life. And how does she thank him? He controlled me. He told me how to dress, walk, do my hair. He wanted me as a doll that he could create a perfect woman. This is how Priscilla repays poor Elvis Presley, who did everything for her. So, not good, guys. But I will say this to anyone that is a Priscilla fan. I do understand that up until about 1966, Elvis was seeing other people. I would always do that. That must have been very difficult for Priscilla. I will always say that. But she knew what she was getting into. She moved from Germany, a small little house in Germany with her father and mother, to America, to Graceland. Not America, she was American. Isn't she from Dallas? Is that right? I think she's from Dallas. To America. Or was it Texas? I think she's from Texas, isn't she? I think she's from Texas. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, guys. You're right, Pat, I agree with you. He doesn't regret it. It really annoys me, his interviews. I'm not happy about them. So Jerry Schilling still being quiet. Surely he has a phone seeing Priscilla's face popping up about money. Do you know what I think about Jerry Schilling? I think he let... I'm finishing now. I think he let Lisa Marie down. And I think he let Elvis down. I've got strong issues about Jerry Schilling, and we're going to have to discuss that, yeah? As a new live stream. We want to do a whole live stream about Jerry. Now, I know he loves Elvis. Elvis bought him a house. And I know that he was close to Lisa Marie, yeah? But I've got issues with Jerry, and we're going to do a live stream all about it. Anyway, guys, got to go. My next live I do will be a dog walk, and it'll be Elvis Presley found on keto. Okay, guys? And that's going to be my last one for today. Tomorrow. So, gotta go, guys. Gotta go, guys. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for anyone that buys me a coffee, guys. You know it when I